So she was injured. She injured. She was injured then.
Set off. Good start from Nugent. Johnny Brown is also flying. Nugent now takes charge. Daniel Williams will chase. Look at top and straight. On the outside. Over. Look at Nugent. Look at Johnny Brown.
Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Wow, what a fantastic show that was put on the last day at the National Senior and Junior Championships. Teams will be selected to represent Jamaica at the Olympic Games and of course the Under 20 World Championships. But trackies, I don't think we were prepared for the phenomenal performances that were dropped. And one particular performance that left us gobsmacked was the women's 100-meter hurdles, which saw Ackera Nugent setting a big, big personal best trackies, which incidentally is a new national record. Wow, what a performance from Ackera Nugent. I'm telling you, trackies, this run was absolutely sublime. Now, before I get into the, meat of the run, let's talk about the results. And, this run was actually the world lead. Unfortunately, she lost it a few seconds later. And we're going to get into how interesting, this season is shaping up with the athletes that are coming to the fore in terms of the women's 100-meter hurdles. But again, let's get to the results of this particular race, right? So Ackera Nugent walked to the win running a fantastic, as I said, new national record, personal best. And what was the world lead? 12.28 seconds. And then Danielle Williams was in second. She ran at 12.53 seconds. And Janique Brown coming back runs a 12.61 seconds. I believe this is her first team since 2016. So that, no, not 16, 19. 2019. So with that said, track is Megan Tupper unfortunately misses out. She was fourth. She ran a 12.69 seconds track is for this race. So the Olympic bronze medalist did not make the team this time around for Team Jamaica. But she was suffering, after the semifinals. So she clearly didn't seem really at her absolute best heading into, the finals. So with that being said, speedy recovery, Megan. I did see her crying as well. So you know what it is, track is it's always tough when these athletes put their all in and not be able to attain the goals they wanted this season. We've seen a few of our greats this season really fall by the wayside, not just from Jamaica but globally in terms of athletics. We've seen a lot of them go down due to injuries this season, and Megan Tapper joins the lot as well, not being able to make it onto the team yet another Olympic year. That being said, though, again, the girls that came out and showed up and really ran and made the team, kudos to them. Congratulations to them. I thought it was a really, really brilliant race. Now, as I said, for Janique Brown, first team since 2019. Now we all know that there was a lot of drama that was surrounding her for the past few years, but she, kind of refocused, and I'm glad. And this is her fastest time since then at 12.61 seconds. And we all know that she, was ranked, I believe, as the third fastest Jamaican, leading, well, before Ackera Nugent, overtook her, right? But one of the athletes that were really up there in terms of the women's 100-meter hurdles for Jamaica. So it's really, exciting seeing her get back on that path. And we can't wait to see the shape that she turns up in Paris, because we all know, Stephen Francis, MVP, Paul Francis, they're going to be working on these athletes in these next few days, weeks leading into Paris. So I'm excited to see the type of shapes that she leads in. Now, Danielle Williams was second in this race, running at 12.53. Going in, clearly, she had the favorite tag on her chest. But, from the semifinal, based on, the execution, we're like, okay, it seems as though Danielle, all she need to do is just qualify and qualify safely in, second place, what it seemed, because Ackera Nugent was definitely killing it from in the, especially the semifinal round. She looked absolutely awesome, right? So with that being said, Danielle Williams qualifies, fantastic for me. Few things to work on, few areas to clean up on. Her start could have been a bit more poppy as well, right? And also her speed in between the hurdles. But here, what she also has those, next few weeks. She's our world champion twice, right? So we know she knows what it takes to win. So I'm expecting her to go back to the drawing board and clean up on those areas that need to be cleaned up on, so that she can get back to what is close to, or maybe even better than her personal best, which, ranks her prior to this race. She was second all time. No, she's third all time Jamaican in terms of the hurdles with her 13.32 seconds. So she's not slow by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm excited to see what Daniel will show up with in Paris. Now we have Ackera Nugent. She kind of just, set Jamaica alight with her performance in the semifinals, letting us know that, hey, I'm here, not just the content for a spot, but to actually win. Her start was, really awesome from in the heats, and she kept going away. And in the finals, I was expecting a really good run from her, and she came out and she did that. But child, I don't think I was expecting something so phenomenal. But guess what? She's always been a phenomenal athlete, every stage of her career, and she's pretty much just living up to that expectation. And it's so funny because even looking at this performance now and thinking about the Ackera Nugent that we know and what we've seen before and what she's saying now, especially after her interview, I'm actually expecting so much more in the years to come. Paris plus also the years to come. Now we're talking about Ackera Nugent that I believe is the fastest 100-meter sprinter of all the active, runners, hurdlers competing right now with her 11.09 seconds. But something interesting she said in her interview is that she was always afraid of that speed, but this season she's gotten to the point where she's now comfortable with the fact that I am this fast and utilize this actual speed, to help me go further in the hurdles. And track is, we all know that I've actually had this discussion already in terms of how much the flat speed helps, the actual 100-meter hurdles, especially the running in between. We talked about Atomi Abasan already. Her personal best, I believe, is an 11.14, right? And we've talked to that flat speed being, attributed to why she can go so fast in the hurdles. And here we have an Ackera Nugent doing absolutely splendid in every single phase. And I've actually loved the start, especially because it's been a while that we've seen her start this well, and we've seen her start from the championships begun. The start has been good, but I just remember, going back to the NCAAs when she used to run there. I remember her getting a really good start. She used to lose out to a Masai Russell in the start, and when she got to the NCAA final in the 60 meters, her start popped, and she was able to take the win there from a Masai Russell. And then also in the NCAA 100-meter hurdles final, she was able to go away with the win again from, same Masai as well as a few other athletes that were, really on form back then. But now we have an Ackera Nugent in 2024 that looks like she's getting, that start right. And I'm happy and I'm excited for that. But incidentally as well, we look at Masai Russell, and she's the one that snatched back the world lead from Ackera Nugent. And she came out at the USA Championships moments later and ran at 12.25 seconds, right? So literally, we're having, clashes that were had in yesteryear come back in 2024. But track is, that's not the only clash, because Samba Mayela from France, remember, the world lead was held by her before Ackera Nugent snatched it away, and then followed by again Masai Russell taking it again, right? Samba Mayela was the one with the world lead, I believe, at 12.31 seconds personal best. What is interesting about the rivalry between Ackera and her, Ackera defeated her to take the under 20 title back when she competed in the under 20 realm. So it's interesting that the three fastest hurdlers this season all have history together and are all the fastest athletes this season, separated by mere hundredths of a second, right? And all of them seem to be working well this season in terms of their starting and their finish. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Samba Mayela, loving what I'm seeing from Ackera Nugent, and clearly from Masai Russell. But you know what? Ackera has taken them down before, and I definitely think she has it in her to take them down again, considering that she's the one that has the fastest flat speed of them all. And I definitely think she can go so much further than all these other athletes based on the fact that she's that much faster than them between the hurdles. Actually, I'm looking at her challenging times that, Toby Amerson has done, but we'll save that for another video, track is. But anyway, that's what happened in the women's 100-meter hurdles. And yes, I'm excited for this result. Now we're going to move on to the men's 110-meter hurdles, where this race was so close. It took minutes to get the actual result. I'm probably, anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes the results took to come up. That's how long it took the separation, because that race was so down to the wire. All the men ran their hearts out, and yeah, we have the results as it relates to who made the team to represent Jamaica. So Rashid Brabell goes away with the win, and he runs a 13.18 seconds, separated by the thousands from a Orlando Bennett, who also ran 13.18 seconds. That's how close first and second was, separated by the thousandths of a second. I mean, 147 to 149. That is how close this race was. And then we have Hunter Parchment that ended up in third. Olympic champion, able to go back to the Olympics to defend his title. He ran a 13.19 seconds. Then we have Tyler Mason and Omar McLeod finishing fourth, tied, dead heat. At first, it was separated fourth and fifth, but now it seems it's dead heat. 13.22 dead heat between Omar McLeod and Tyler Mason, unable to be separated. That is how close this race was. Top four, well, it's five athletes, but they finish in four places, right? Four placings. These athletes were going for it, tooth and nail trackies, and three made it, and I'm happy for the three that made it. For the two that didn't make it, it is what it is. That's just how the cookie crumbled. But yeah, I saw the energy from the athletes, and I'm just happy seeing this type of, high level performances from the athletes. So yeah, great running from the athletes, as I said, and I'm just looking forward to seeing what will happen in these next coming weeks, because there's a lot of things to tighten up, especially when you consider times that the Americans have run versus what we have run here. So there's a lot of things to tighten up in these next few weeks for us to be able to challenge, a Grant Holloway in the United States of America. But I definitely think our athletes are capable of doing that, and I can't wait to see again what happens in Paris. But anyway, Trekkies, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What did you think about these two races, the women's 100-meter hurdles, and of course the men's 110-meter hurdles? Like the video, of course, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.